Hey and welcome. I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to thank you for joining me. Oh, that's a deep breath because I think I'm still exhausted from shoveling yesterday after our big monster snowstorm. And well, I know for us it was southern Ontario, but I understand other parts got it as well. So yeah, we're all digging out, and we are now the proud owners of a snowblower. We needed it yesterday big time. Anyway, enough with the weather. I just want to say, stick around to the end because I have more cards than we're making tonight to show you. Some that are already finished. Okay, so honestly, this is my first choice out of the mini. I know, and you're thinking, wow, it's January the 18th, and now you're showing us. It's true. And the reason for that is I wanted to show you Sale-a-bration stuff prior. So this is the Artfully Composed Suite. Oh, I know what I was going to do. 1 second. I was going to turn to the page in the catalog because it really helps, I find, to see that right here. So if you're looking in your catalog, I know this doesn't fit on the whole screen. This starts on page 32 and goes to page 34, where you can see a larger image of the stamps. And not so much the dies, but I have the dies here. And that's why I like to show you the products so you can see them. The dies are a little bit bigger here. So in this suite, you get the bundle, which is the Artfully Layered Bundle. You get the white frayed ribbon, which I have used. Remember, I pulled it all apart. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Oh, the lighting's horrible. Why is it so horrible? I don't know. The faux sea glass shapes. These are really cool. The Vellum, it's called Layering Designs. This gorgeous, gorgeous, bright, vibrant, beautiful designer series paper. And what I really like is they've shown a bunch of samples here, like good and big, so you can see them, and then a few more over here as well. That really helps, I find. Okay, so this one it's the red rubber, which is perfect for this. It doesn't need to be cleared. It's single stamping. It's not two-step. Here are the dies. Let's get those guys in frame, hopefully. Let's take a couple little hellos while we're here. Hey, Jean from Delaware. Hello. And Chris. Oh, thank you for sharing. And Elsie. Hello. And everybody else. Oh, and Bea. Alrighty, back to it. I will look at the comments later, I promise. All right, so what you have is a lot of beautiful dies. This cuts out this. These cut out this. Now, these are leaves, but to me, they're hearts, just so you know. That's what my brain sees. You have this really cool edge piece. This, which is not one of those. These really unique. I'll show them to you. They make interesting textures, like marks on your card base. And I'll show you on card number 1. This and this. These are my two favorite, but I love this one too. I haven't actually used this one yet. Hard to believe. I have used this one. I actually have used this, but not for the cards tonight. The paper is, like I said, gorgeous. Oh yeah. I've used all these sentiments, even this, whatever this is. I can't read it. The print is way too small, and there's way too much glare for you. But you get the idea. For me, it was at the very, very, very top of my list. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring the faux sea glass pieces. You'll see it on the finished card. So here we go. The colors are gorgeous. Now, if you find this is busy, and honestly, I do find this is busy, there's a solution for that, and I will show you after. I like this with the black leaves on top. You can die cut these. You can't die cut this. and I'll show you that. This, again, very busy. You don't have to use it as the whole card front, mind you. You can just use a sliver of it and not be, you know. And this one's my favorite. Oh, because it's beautiful. Let's flip over to the back side. There we go. Polka dots. Oh, yes. Yes, and thank you. And then this, it's got really teeny tiny writing and little like white flecks on it, so it gives kind of an aged look, which is really pretty. This is my favorite of the B sides. Love it. You'll see it on my card. Very tattered looking, but really cool. Another one looks kind of like paint that's just been rolled once, and you know, and you missed a whole bunch of spots when you were painting. Some lines that can go this way or that way. And then, okay, so let's look at the vellum, and I'm going to pull out this one because, like I said, it's pretty busy. Pretty busy. So first the vellum. So you get different designs, and these are identical, except this is black writing, and this is white. That's the vellum. Oh, I hope I'm in frame here. So this looks like, there's words again, but I can't read them. So there's newspaper. It looks like a newspaper, kind of. And this one looks like, when you take it off the other, it's like jumbled up little messages. It's really quite pretty. This one looks like maps. And then to the white, so they're identical. So, and I had to have them. I haven't used them yet, shockingly. I actually forgot I had them. Okay, see the difference? So if you think I'm never going to use this, like I am never going to use that, it's too bright, I think you'll use it. But anyway, let's pretend. You can take a piece of vellum and look at the difference between here and here, which is, it really tones it down, which is lovely. Alrighty, I say we get stamping. Now the one thing I didn't mention is that the Artfully Composed suite, if you were to purchase the entire suite, you would get 2 Sale-a-bration freebie choices. Your choice. And if you purchase the bundle, then you get 1 Sale-a-bration. But if you join, you can put either of those into your kit and still have lots of room left over for other goodies that you want. Just saying. Alrighty, here we go. So all the card parts are in here, and I've done the fussy cutting because, as you know, well, except I missed a little piece right there. We'll just kind of fold that under there. Okay, as you know, I can't, fussy cutting until I get an eye appointment is going to be very difficult. Okay, so this is basic white, just the regular, not the thick, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And that was laying flat. There we go. I have a piece here of, I don't even recognize this from a card that we did last week, but it was a leftover piece. So I thought, I'm not going to waste it, I'm using it. So this is Coastal Cabana. The top is missing because I used it on a card. It's embossed using the stripes and splatters. This is the stripes. And we're not showing this part because it's going to go this way on the card. But this has been die cut using the largest, I believe, of the Stitch So Sweetly dies. That'll go there. But check this out. So remember I showed you, one sec, this little piece here. So I thought, oh, I'm just going to do a bit down the side of the page just to see what happens. Can you see those lines? I don't know if you can. I can't on my computer screen because it's, you know, like way over there. But let me know if you can see the lines because they're cool. Now, granted, they do go all the way through, and so you want to be kind of careful with it. So I just ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine several times, just changing the angle each time. There, I hope you can see them. All right. Oh, little spot there I'm not liking. All right, so let's see if I get the right tombow. I have to be really careful, like I said, because there are it's actually made kind of like, well, slices, that I'm going to do a different kind of adhering. I'm going to go into spots where I didn't do that. Oh, and I should warn you, very shortly you'll be hearing dogs barking. That means my daughter's home from work. So we won't panic, but they will go nuts so crazy because they haven't seen her all day. All right, so this is cut to, oh, I didn't write it down. This is cut to, I believe, uh-oh, no it isn't, it's smaller. Oh, you come back up here. I didn't realize that I'd cut this one smaller. Uppy, uppy. You can tell I've been with my grandson all day. Uppy, uppy. There. So this will be 4 inches by 5.5. This, look at that. That was my favorite piece. Oh, you can see the lines. Thank you. Thank you, Marjorie. Okay, so this is my favorite piece of paper, from the DSP. And it is cut with the largest of the scalloped contour dies. And see what I'm doing here is I'm basically covering most of this up, so it's just going to show on the outside. And again, this piece will go underneath. So let's get gluing. Like I said, this is a really quick and easy card. If you have leftovers like me, use them because you can. I don't want it centered, as you know, so we'll go a little bit lower than center. And there won't even be any popping up until we get to the sentiment. And there, look how fresh that looks. Like, I love this with basic white. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just want to make sure that's stuck down. There we go. And then we're going to pop up the sentiment. And I dug out my Stampin' Dimensionals, in black for this. I have the large ones, but we only need small ones for this. So again, I should say this. This is on basic black, and I heat embossed using the white embossing powder, and then just fussy cut all the way around, nice and close. Now, if you're thinking, no, that's a white dimensional, it is not. It's black. We don't want to see it. That's why I chose the darker, and we just need a little more piece, a little bit more for that little piece right there. I love the look of fresh and clean cards. So this one literally took me, it's taking me longer, let's put it, to take the dimensional backs off. I'm kidding. All right, and we're just going to put that over this edge just a little bit, and you've got yourself a really pretty little thank you card. Alrighty, we need to get to card number 2. This one's going to take a little bit longer. I have my soft succulent ink pad, and look at that, pristine stamping blending brush, and a piece of scrap, not completely scrap, but it's scrap enough, and the pieces. So you've actually already seen the card, because I didn't realize I put the entire card on my see you at 8 p.m. So here's the card. So because you've seen the card, and not only that, because I want to make it a different way, I just changed up the colors just a tiny bit. So let me just move this off to the edge. So rather than use Old Olive, I use Soft Succulent. And there's something I have to do here. Here it is. Okay, I wanted to show this to you. You can have this without the edges on it, like just the outline. I'll show you. You can have it, I'll just take 1/2 out. There, you can have it like that. But I thought for the card, because I already have 2 that are open, that I would want to have this one closed. So we want it to stay together. I didn't pop it up, but I want it to stay together. I don't want it to fall apart. So what I did was I flipped it over. I randomly cut a piece of the same color, so Soft Succulent, and I got lazy. I got efficient. And am I up too high? Good gracious. Oh, you gotta tell me that. I'm up way too high. You can't see anything. I'm going to put the Stampin' Seal on this piece, because this is a little bit delicate. There we go. And that will hold it together. Nobody knows, right? It's hidden. Well, you know now. It's hidden. Everybody back in frame. Oops-a-daisy. Now, what I did with this one is this is actually Evening Evergreen, and I used one of these brushes and just went around the edges just to give it a little bit more oomph. So we'll see how this looks in soft succulent. I haven't tried this. So we're going to ink it up. Doesn't look like there's anything there, but check it out, there is. So let's do a little bit more. This is an absolutely pristine brush. Woo. Here we go, just around the edges. Hopefully it shows, and if it doesn't, well, I'll go for a darker color. Oh, I can see it. I don't know if you can. There, more. I don't want big blobs. I think we may have to go for a darker color. Oh, wait, I'm starting to see it now. But to speed things up, I'm going to get my other brush. 1 second. There we go. This one's good and used, and I am going to bring out Evening Evergreen because soft succulent is pretty light, and it's not really going to show off, give it any depth, and I want some depth. So here we go. See how much darker that is? So we want to take a bunch of that off, We want to take quite a bit of that ink off. There we go, that's better. I like to go into the ink, take it off, on, off. There we go. And I don't want it to be too even, so I'm going to mess it up a little bit more. I am leaving a little inside there so it's light. And there you go. Wow, that really changed the color. Wow, I like it. I do like it. Okay, carefully. That's out of the way. I just want to get my brushes out of the way because, you know, well, because. There. Alrighty, so let's bring in the pieces. Same as the last time. Oh, I gotta make sure. Oh, I do have ink on my fingers. 1 second. You know, when you work with white cardstock, you really want to make sure you don't get too much ink on yourself. And I almost always ink myself. You probably do too. I'm guessing you do too. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. There we go. All right. I'm using the same paper because, well, I love it. And because it looks good in the background, it's not going to take over everything. And we really don't want to take over everything. We just want it to be subtle. I think I went right to the edge that time. And we'll get rid of that. You always want to keep a cloth of some sort, hopefully something that can be reused, that you can wipe your fingers and wipe the glue off. Alright, so this piece is more my standard. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we'll get the pieces. So I changed the soft succulent to old olive. This is the same piece as that. So this is the second largest of the scallop contour dies. I almost forgot what they were called. And then this one I left as Evening Evergreen because I just love it. Okay, so let's get putting this together. So it's only slightly different, not huge. Now, this is thin, so you want to go to the thick parts of the leaves and put your glue on. I suppose you could do this also with your adhesive sheets, but I kind of like to save those for other projects. Let's go like so. And I do want a little bit off the edge up there. I like that. This guy, again, I did not pop him up. And then this one. So this is going to go next. And all I should have to do is really glue it down here. But I'll tell you what I did with the with this one is I ended up going underneath it using my take your pick tool and just dabbing the tiniest little bit of glue here and there. So just little tiny bits. Now I have in the past used the technique that I saw Dina Rico from the Creativity Cave use. She is an awesome US demonstrator, and which is to take this, get your silicone sheet out, flip it over, and use a sponge. Put your glue in a little puddle on your silicone sheet and then dab it and put it on the back, and that will help it glue and stay put. Now with this, I don't want any of the glue to come through those spots, so we're just going to go really lightly again. So this big piece, this kind of messy looking piece on the back, actually does help. Look how pretty is that? Okay, now I did change the sentiment a little bit, and I'm going to go right here because I got lots of stems going on, and we're going to cover those up just a little bit. I think that's kind of nice. I will show you what I did with the inside of the card on the main card. Anybody else? Did anyone else already purchase this set? This bundle? Like, I'm absolutely enamored, but I love leafy things. I think we'll go right there. Right there. Let's see. Now, that's the outside of the card, and I'll show you. Here are our little sea glass pieces. What's really cool about them is they're all different shapes. There's a variety of shapes, I should say it that way. So here's the inside of the card. I took same width, so 4 1/8, and this will be 1 inch, I believe. And then, remember those things that I said I see as hearts? I made them look like hearts, so they're just kind of falling into the bottom of the card there. Now, do you have a preference? Do you prefer this one over this? They're close, but they're different. I love the colors together, personally. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to bring out our other card as well. And then I was playing. Just reading one of the messages, Sandy. I've been trying to talk myself out of it. Yeah, you know what? I don't have the botanical ones. I actually sold those in a BOGO sale. So yeah, I think I could still justify them regardless, really. And I get it. The struggle is real. So I did a bit of stamping on this one. This paper is from Party Place, which is a host set. And Janice loves number 2, so that'd be this one here, I'm guessing. Anyway, so I did a little bit of stamping. I used that stamp with all the little words on it. And then just a little thank you and a little bit of trim. So this is this one here. So this is Mango Melody. And I did the same thing, except I did not color over it. Here's another one. So this is where this is the same. Oh, it isn't. This is all from the DSP, so I fussy cut this, even though it looks like that. It almost tricked me, you know. And Chris likes the far left one. There we go. We're still in frame, I hope. Number 2. Oh, look at that. Okay. Alrighty. So anyway, this is all DSP, so I just roughly fussy cut around here. This is the other texture shape, different than this one that was in the set. So this was pretty easy. I just put it through. You could fussy cut this too, but I put it through with the die and boom, boom, done. This is that edge piece that was on here. I have to show you for reference. So it's this piece here, and I just thought it needed a little something extra. Again, these were cut out using this die, and then this thank you is still from the set. And this one I went a little heavier with the basic rhinestones. You can't go wrong with these. Like, I own many packages of it. Okay, and then the last card. So this one and this one, these are my 2 favorite papers, but I've also used this paper here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't attach it to the card. Why is that moving? Oh my goodness. I still say it's exhaustion from the, honestly, I am not even exaggerating. We were out on and off, totaling about 6 hours. And we managed to shovel a path for my daughter to actually get to work today. Yesterday, didn't make it. Roads would have been way too treacherous. There we go. What an assortment. Okay, so this one uses 3 of the DSPs. And then these guys. Now, I have to say, the DSP does it all. It pretty well does the card. But stamping, you want to do that too. You definitely want to do that. I saw this done on, I forget what color paper, but stamped in black. It was stunning. Oh, and Chris really likes the vellum. I do too. And I thought I could get to it tonight to make a card, but I couldn't. Too tired, too tired. There we go, my friends. Wow. So there's, you can tell I love a set when I've actually, before a video, made like that many cards. Like, it's just crazy how beautiful all of this is. I do want to mention, by the way, this is heat embossed on there. Oh, and I put one of those in too. Anyway, really tired. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your shares. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Again, I hope everyone got dug out okay and everyone is safe. And the one person that we thought could dig us out yesterday was in the ditch with his truck, so he couldn't help. And anyway, thank you for your comments, your shares. I'm going to see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.